Question number 19. So we have to start from question number 19 there. Question number 19, operating system of a computer cannot manage, cannot manage. So basically processors computers can manage, files computers can manage, hardware computers can manage. So this operating system can manage, but viruses, so operating system cannot identify the good files and bad files. So that is basically viruses. For those, we are using a software system called utility system, utility software, right? So basically operating system, this question was repetitive. So giving some additional things related to that. Operating system can manage these things. So basically, so if you go to the task manager, so I think you know the location of the task manager. You can right click on the taskbar, right click on the taskbar and access the task manager. When you access task manager, you will see this. And you will see this kind of images. Right click on the taskbar and access the task manager. Then it will load this kind of thing. Right? They are mainly here. What is listed mainly processors. In the task manager, you can see the processors. So all the processors, which processors take in the CPU more, and this kind of thing, right? Which processors are taking the CPU power more, and which has allocated the memory, which has allocated the disk and the network. So basically, you can see few more details. More details can I can get click करना हो. So when you click on more details, you will see all these things. So this is actually a software by operating system. This part belongs to operating system. To access this software, you can right click on the taskbar here and select task manager. Taskbar के right click करला, task manager को select कराना हरे. Then you can see this. So basically processes, all the processes are managed by, so see here the background processes, apps. Background processes means what are running in the background. So basically more than, so if even now I have opened few windows, but even now if I go to the task manager, here it is called activity monitor. So you can see, so this is quite similar to task manager in Windows. You can see a lot of activities are running here. So more than 100 activities are running. Some are background processes and some are direct processes. Firefox is, you can see in the interface, and Google Chrome you can see there. MS Word you can see. Finder you can see that is similar to the Explorer, and this is a memory taken. And threads, so I think you should know this. Thread means part of a process. So thread means part of a process. So here port means where this, basically where this application is open to the outside world, from which gates, right? You can see those as well, right? So process management is number one thing, and the next thing is you have the process management, you have memory management, you have disk management, network management. Here also you can see process management, memory management, user management, service management, and under performance you can see CPU, memory, hard disk, network. Those are under performance. Make it performance tab එකට ගියා නම් ඔයාලට මෙන්න මේ මම දකිනවා වගේ බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Okay. So let's write what operating system manage quickly. Operating system manages processes. Operating system manages memory. Operating system manage users. Operating system can manage hardware. It can manage applications. So it can manage the resources like storage. It can manage network. So these are the main things, key features. So basically, OS is a resource manager. Basically, operating system is a resource manager. So further in this, what is process? Process is a program in execution, a running program. Program in execution, we call process. What is thread? Thread is part of a process. So these are some additional terminologies you should know. Thread is part of a process. What is port? The gate which the application interact with the outside world. That is gate. For an example, port 80 for web applications. Okay, so whatever. So if it is, if your operating system cannot do some task, there is a requirement of some other software to do those tasks. Example, preventing unauthorized access, or preventing or protecting your computer from the outside world. You need some additional software. If operating systems cannot perform, if operating systems, please write down this, right? This is very important. If operating system cannot perform hardware related or operating system related activity, we use additional software programs called utility software. Operating system එකට තමන්ගේ වැඩේ කරගන්න බැරි අවස්ථාවලදී, so මේ උඩ තියෙන එකක් relate වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Process management related thing, memory management related, but OS එකට කරන්න බෑ. Hardware management related, application management related, storage or network management related. දෙයක් නැත්නම් resource management related දෙයක්. If operating system cannot perform that, we need some software components called utility software. That's why utility software are there. So what are these utility software? Antivirus. To identify, here I couldn't mention one thing, file management. Please add there, right? File management. To identify good files and bad files. Bad files means basically malicious files, harmful files. To identify good files and bad files. The bad file means malicious files. So antivirus software can be used. Firewall. Can anyone tell why firewall is used? What's the reason to use a firewall? Can firewall prevent you from viruses? Shelly, can firewall prevent you from viruses? Antivirus software can prevent you from viruses. Firewall, can it prevent you from viruses? Yes, I got an answer. Akash, no. So you gave the answer as yes, but it's not. Firewall, so this can be asked in the examination, right? That's why I said that. So samarlada exam mein kya hai na, firewall can prevent viruses. No, firewall cannot prevent viruses. Firewall can protect you. So since the applications, I said that applications are interacting with the outside world using ports. Firewall protects ports. Firewall protect ports. Basically, it checks who can come in and who can go outside. It's a checkpoint. It checks who can come in and who can go outside. But mostly it cannot protect you from viruses. So for an example, if a virus coming from gate 80, port 80 or gate 80, okay, example, if malicious software comes through port 80 web related, firewall cannot detect it because it will think it is website. Firewall cannot detect it. It will think that as a website. But after arriving, antivirus can detect. But after arrival, antivirus can detect. So this is a confusing point where most of the students think that firewall can prevent you from viruses. It's not. Most of the students think that. Firewall is a gate. This gate is protecting you from the outside world. Some gates are closed, some gates are open. So if someone is trying to access a closed port, so it will block. It will not allow the access. I'll show you small thing, right? So to confirm this idea, I think you have taken this down, right? You have either taken a print screen or screenshot or have written this down. If not, quickly write this. So meanwhile, I'll show you something how internet. Please watch this video, not now. Later you can. So there's a video that is basically called Internet Warriors. Sorry, Internet Warriors. And this is like 12-minute, 13-minute video. So you can just go to this and access this. Please go and access this video. This is small animation based video, but it's very, very important because it shows the entire story in single video. So let me explain this quickly by showing. Okay, these are the actors of this movie. මේ ෆිල්ම් එකේ ප්‍රධාන නළුවෝ ටික කියන්න බෑ කවුද කියලා. So basically you have something called, so this is called a packet, right? Packet is loaded with data. This is also another packet, and this is router, the guy who find in the best route, the person who find in the best path for you, and this is not needed fuel level. Okay, when you click on, so this shows when you click on a link or when you open a link, what will happen? Okay, when you click on a link here, what will happen? So first of all, these 1 0 kind of things අපි ඉගෙන ගත්තේ in the first lesson. පළවෙනි lesson එකේදී අපි ඉගෙන ගත්ත ones and zeros, binaries. මේ data binary වලින් set එකක් data ප්‍රමාණයක්. ඒ ටික load වෙනවා. There's something called this is like a bus but this is called packet. Data packets වලට load වෙනවා. packet එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ small data chunk එකක්. දැන් ඔයාලට දුන්නොත් පාන් ගෙඩියක්. How many of you can swallow the entire bread at once? මේ වෙලාවේ දුන්නොත් නම් ගිලිනවනේ එහෙමද? How many of you can take the entire bread at once? එකපාරම පාන් ගෙඩියම කන්න පුළුවන්ද? බෑ අපි චූටි චූටි කෑලි වලට කඩලා කන්නේ. හේතුව මොකද්ද? The reason is when you want to actually පාන් ගෙඩියක් කනවා කියලා කියන්නේ you want to transfer that bread from the outside world to your stomach. So in between you have the wire, the wired media. Wired media is, yes, what is the wired media in between that? Yes, there's a wired tunnel from throat to the stomach, and after that even you have wired tunnel. So that tunnel, so you have to transfer through that tunnel. You don't have wireless eating methods. Any one of you have, sometimes you might have, right? ඔයාලා සමහරට අර කෑමේ සුවඳ දැක්කම ඔන්න බඩ පිරෙනවා. ඒක wireless eating method එකක්. ඊළඟට කෑම S2කට කෑම දැක්කම බඩ පිරෙනවා. That is also a wireless method. But mostly you are using a wired method. Wired method එක තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ කෑම කද්දී කෑම කුඩා කොටස් වලට කඩලා, so you break this food into piece of eatable or piece of manageable pieces, then only you eat. Otherwise it will struck in the middle. මැද්දේ හිර වෙනවා. ඒ වගේ තමයි ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ හෝ network එකේ data යවද්දී ඒ data කොටස් වලට බෙදන්න ඕන. ඒවට අපි කියනවා packets කියලා. ඒ packets වලට බෙදන්නේ, කොටස් වලට බෙදන්නේ එහෙම නැතුව data යවුවොත්, if you send data without dividing it into small chunks called packets, what will happen? The data will be damaged or stuck in the middle. That's why we divide into packets. Understood the concept? Shelly understood? Hirosarani? Understood the concept why we divide into packets or small manageable chunks? Because, yes, if you send data at once as a one stream, there can be damages. So you divide it to packets. After dividing these to packets, these packets can be lost in the middle, right? මේ packets අතරමං වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙනම් packet වලට ගහනවා යන්න ඕන තැන address එක. That address we call IP address. That address we call IP address. To where you should go, the destination, and from where you come, the source. You have to put source address and destination address. You have to put it in the packet. අර envelope එකකට අපි ලියුමක් දාලා ලබන්නාගේ ලිපිනය සහ යවන්නාගේ ලිපිනය. We put sender's address and receiver's address in the envelope when you are sending a register post letter. And that is also done in small chunks. You can't send very large letter. So if you want to send multiple bills, you send with as multiple envelopes, multiple letters. Right? So basically, when you are doing that, so you have to label the source address and destination address. That is basically the IP address that we learned. So those are the labels. You put those labels to the beginning. මොකද කරන්නේ මේ labels ටික ගහලා source address and destination address, which has a special function as we'll see later. Then මේ ඔන්න packets ටික දැන් පිළිවෙලට address ටික එහෙම ලියලා packets ටික යනවා, ලියුම් ටික යනවා වගේ. එයා මුලින්ම යද්දී හරි. එයා මුලින්ම යන්නේ පුතේ. So first it go to the local network. Local network switches.
The LAN is a pretty uncontrolled place, and unfortunately,
local LAN, local area networks වල මේ වගේ දේවල් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Local area networks කියන්නේ secure place එකක් නෙවෙයි. When packets moves through the local area networks, the packets can crash, damaged. So in case of packet damage, nowadays we are not actually trying to recover the packet. We are resending the packet. Recover කරන්න උත්සාහ කරන්නේ මොකද hardware devices are faster than we think. Within microseconds or within nanoseconds, it is possible to regenerate the packet. So in case of packet damage, we will resend the packet. Local area networks.
Accidents can happen.
This is your local area network. I think you know what is local area network. That is a network within a building, network within a city, network within a building, network within a classroom, small area, small geographical area, you call a local area network.
The highway of the LAN is packed with all types of information. These are IP packets, Novell packets, Apple Talk packets. They're going against traffic, as usual. The local router reads the address and, if necessary, lifts the packet onto another network.
Right. Main packet එකක් network එකක ඉඳන් තව network එකකට යද්දි when a packet travel from one network to another network, it needs the help of router. That's why you are using a router in your home to access internet. Because from your network it goes to another network. What is the second network? Can anyone name the second network from your network? Where it goes? Where packet travels from your network? Why router is there in your your home? Yes. ඔයාලගේ network එකකින් ඉඳන් මොන network එකටද යන්නේ packets? Can anyone tell? So if you are clear on this, right, if you clearly know this, so you can answer any question from that lesson. That's why I'm asking. Do you know where packet goes from your network to which network? Akash? ඔයාලගේ network එකේ ඉඳන් ගෙදර තියෙන network එකේ ඉඳන් ගෙදර තියෙන router එකකින් හැදෙන network එක අපි කියනවා the router එකට connect කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාගේ computer එක, ඔයාගේ මල්ලිගේ computer එකක් තියෙනවා නම් එහෙම phone එක, අම්මගේ තාත්තගේ mobile phone, everything can be connected to the same router no? So then that network is a local area network or home area network. That is called local area network. Okay. When these packets are in your network, ඔයාගේ ෆෝන් එකෙන් අම්මගේ ෆෝන් එකට, අම්මගේ ෆෝන් එකෙන් තාත්තගේ ෆෝන් එකට එහෙම යනවා නම් that is local area network. But if this packets need to go somewhere else, the router should manage that and send this to the second network. From your network, I'm asking, where this packet goes from your network? Which network? Yes? Hirosaridi? මොන network එකටද යන්නේ ඔයාගේ එකේ? Yes? Hari, මං උදාහරණයක් කියන්නම්. Let me give an example. Okay, you want to access Google. You send packet to the router saying, hey router, I need google.com. අපි හිතමු router එක කපලා නැහැ. router එකේ data තියෙනවා. දැන් router එකට එනවා message එක. මේ router එක මට Google website එකට යන්න ඕන. Now to where you should send this packet? The router, දැන් ඔයා router එක නම් ඔයා කොහෙටද මේ packet එක යවන්න ඕන? Okay, I got one answer. Yes, to a WAN, to wide area network is from your network LAN to WAN. So, but what is this WAN? You know the name of this WAN. Come on, guys. You know the network, name of this network. What is that WAN? That WAN is the world's ears. That is world's most popular, world's largest wide area network. That is nothing other than the internet. None other than the internet. So your packet is then routed from the local area network to network. එක network එකකින් ඉඳන් තව network එකකට යද්දි route එක තමයි කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේ පාරේ යන්න කියලා කියන්නේ. So this is it's this
the router. a symbol of control in a seemingly disorganized world. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, this one here, this one here. Oh, this one's here, this one goes here. I don't like this one. Let's go this one. Let's go here. Oh, let's move this one here. Another channel here. Let's put that one here. There he is, systematic, uncaring, methodical, conservative, and sometimes not quite up to speed.
රවුට් එකේදීත් මේ පෙන්නපු විදිහට පැකට් ලොස් එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. පැකට් ඩැමේජ් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. ඉතින් මෙහෙම පැකට් එක රවුට් එකට යවුවට පස්සේ this is a router switch. මේ පැකට් ටික පිළිවෙලට මේ පැකට් ටික පිළිවෙලට යනවා. If you'll go to a something called proxy server in our machine, our network, but that doesn't matter. You don't know much about the proxy server. Proxy server එකෙන් පුළුවන් internet share කරන්න. So if you know the name, so please remember the name. No need to, actually that is not there in the book as I saw, right? So proxy server is a server. So we check the local rules. දැන් ස්කූල් එකේ නම් ඇති, ස්කූල් net එකේ නම් ඇති. ස්කූල් net කියලා එහෙම තිබ්බේ දැන් නම් නැහැ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට. ඒ වගේ දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ සමහරලාට ගන්න ස්ටුඩන්ට් අර සමහරලාට SLT එකෙන් ගන්නවා ස්ටුඩන්ට් කනෙක්ෂන්. ස්ටුඩන්ට් කනෙක්ෂන් ගත්තම සමහර වෙබ්සයිට් වලට යන්න බෑ. නැත්නම් ඕගොල්ලෝ ගන්නවා YouTube only package එක packages ගන්නවනේ. දැන් මේක ඔයාලගේ පැත්තේ නැති වුණාට සමහරට dialog ලගේ, Mobitel ලගේ, SLT ලගේ පැත්තේ තියෙනවා. proxy server එක කියන්නේ එයා තමයි මේ rules ටික ඒ කියන්නේ එළියට යන කට්ටිය. ඇත්තටම මේ site වලට යන්න දෙනවද නැද්ද? මේක valid ද නැද්ද කියලා බලන්නේ එයා. That is your proxy. Right. උදාහරණයක් විදිහට අපි හිතමු මෙහෙම හරි. මෙයා බලනවා මේ මොන මේ වීඩියෝ ටික මෙතන කියලා බලන්න.
URL. Depending upon whether the address is acceptable, the
www.business.com. එයා බලනවා කොහෙටද මෙයා යන්නේ. මේ පාර්ට් එක firewall එකත් සමහර වෙලාවට කරනවා. firewall එකත් බලනවා එළියට යන කට්ටිය මේ කොහෙටද කට්ටිය යන්නේ. නිකන් ඔයාලගේ gate එකේ security අහන්නේ. school gate එකේ අහනව නේද? I think most of the school they are not allowing to go outside. But when you try to go outside, school security will ask, hey කොහෙද යන්නේ? කොහෙද මේ වෙලාවේ යන්නේ? Where you are going? Maybe you have authorized letter from principal to go out and maybe talk to some people regarding your event. Then you can go outside. Otherwise, security will block you. No, you are not allowed to go. Show us the permission letter, then only we can go. Similar to that, this is the person protecting your network. So this can be a proxy server or this can be firewall. So it's basically
onto the internet.
This is allowed. The another person
There
came.
are, however, some addresses which do not meet with the approval of the proxy. That is to say, corporate or management guidelines.
Right.
These are
So if it is not acceptable, proxy will destroy the packet.
have none of that.
ඔයාලා අනවශ්‍ය තැනක යන්න ගියොත් සමහර වෙබ්සයිට් බ්ලොක් වෙන්නේ නේද? සමහර වෙබ්සයිට් බ්ලොක් වෙන්න හේතුව මේක තමයි. So basically proxy will check it. Even that can be from your ISP side. So it will check the packet and block the packet if it is unnecessary. Right. After all these things, the packet will go out to the internet.
It prevents some rather nasty things from the internet from coming into.
Right here, you can see this is the hole that I mentioned. මේ මං කිව්වේ port තියනවා කියලා. මේ තියෙන්නේ port.
And it can also prevent sensitive corporate information from being.
ඔය port වලිනුත් එළියට යන කට්ටිය අර මං කියවනේ මේක port එකක් වෙන්න it can be a firewall, it can be proxy. Proxy and firewall. So here firewall is checking whether something wrong and blocking it.
Once
After
through the
that,
firewall,
it will go to the router to the internet.
plenty of things to certain dangers also lurk.
එතනනොත් ඉවර වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ ගිහිල්ලා ඊට පස්සේ එයා ඔය විදිහට ගිහිල්ලා අර වගේ තවත් කොහේ හරි සර්වර් එකක ඔගොල්ලෝ මෙන්ෂන් කරලා තිබ්බා සර්වර් එකක් කියලා එක්කෙනෙක් සර්වර් එකට යන්නේ කියලා. ඔව් සර්වර් එකකට තමයි. අපි දැන් Google එකේ සර්වර් එක. මේ තියෙන්නේ ඒ සර්වර් සයිඩ් එක. මේ තියෙන්නේ මං කියපු අර gates port 80, port 25, port 53. So these are the gates. So when it arrives the server or another network, it will check
and what your intentions are.
සමහර ඒවා දෙනවා යන්න. Port 80 web
Firewall
allowed.
is designed to let in only those packets that meet its
Port
criteria.
25 allowed. Email
This firewall
සාමාන්‍ය.
is operating on ports 80 and 25. All attempts to enter through other ports are closed for business.
Right. So firewall is this kind. That's what I want to show this in animated way. Firewall is this kind of interface. It allowing some ports and blocking some ports. So please remember that firewall is not for blocking the viruses. It is designed to open applications and close application, open the ports and close the ports based on the requirement. And it will check the people who come in from the outside world, and it will also check people who go out from to the outside world, whether they follow the proper guidelines, whether they are legitimate people or legitimate requests. But it cannot show, it cannot basically see what's inside, whether this file is a virus or not. To do that, you have something called antivirus. So please remember these things. So I'll share the link. Please watch the video once. You will understand this very well. Please watch the video once, so you'll understand this very well. But so some terminologies, those are not there for your O levels. Right? To be honest, after doing O-level ICT, you are like 50% ready for A-level ICT. Right? But unfortunately, those who are doing O-level ICT are not doing A-level ICT. Don't know the reason. Maybe they don't like the subject. But if people who are doing O-level ICT can do A-level ICT too, will be really, really great, because they can produce great results. Not good results, they can produce great results. So those are the people that we really need. But unfortunately, so I'm doing A-level ICT classes too, but I know about the students that we are getting. So those students are mostly below the average. They don't know whatever they are in the O-level ICT. O-level ICT කාලේ කරලා නැහැ ඒගොල්ලෝ හරියට එක්ක. එහෙම නැත්නම් O-level ICT කරලා නැහැ. So then, so it's really difficult to teach them. But anyway, anyhow we are doing, but we need people like you all. If you have intention, please join. Then I can help you see the pinnacles, or reach you the best goals in your life. So because ICT is one of the best subjects in the world, which affect in the entire world. It can be merged with any discipline like biology. It can be merged with engineering. It can be merged with chemistry. It can be merged with physics, or any other subject in the world. It can be merged with music, dancing, anything. So can do wonderful things. Right, okay. So now you know the process, port, thread, and antivirus, a firewall, what's the role of firewall. So please remember these things. Right, what computer can do, what operating system can do these tasks, but some tasks are not done by the operating system. For example, backup. Backups is again managing your files, keep copies of your files. So antivirus is a file management task, which is done by a utility software. Firewall is also application management and network management part, done by of the firewall. Backup is file management part, done by backup software. Keeping copies. That is also done by backup software. These are utility software. Maybe protecting files, password protecting files. So that is done by a utility software. These are example. Uh, so these are example for utility software programs. So whatever operating system cannot do, but related to these management activities, if there is another software to do that, those software programs are called utility software programs. Okay, now you know the entire story. So can you copy this quickly? I don't mind taking screenshot because this is the last movement. So no need to waste more time on this, but let's remember that. So any mechanism you use, try to remember the things. Right, okay. Then the next question. Question number 20. So it's showing an image. So what these characters are? Yes. Can anyone know what is the character given? Yes. What these characters are. So you can see when I go to MS Word, there's some sign called this. When I click on this, these characters are appearing. These are called non-printable characters. Non-printable characters. For an example, space. Space is denoted by a mid dot. Space is denoted by mid dot. Tab, these kind of arrows. Enter key, the paragraph sign. Tab,